When you hear the name Alfa Romeo, you most likely picture a glamorous Italian sports car that, while great to drive, might not be the most sensible solution for your daily life. But this is the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, a modern, practical SUV that still looks like a glamorous Italian sports car, but makes a lot more sense on the school run. The Stelvio is a 5-seat mid-sized SUV, available in 3 model variants. This is the mid-spec TI, finished in stunning Alfa Red, which is one of 13 colour choices. Behind the power tailgate is a 499-litre boot, which expands to 1,600 litres when the 40-20-40 split rear seat is folded. Well, back here, there's enough legroom for me at 6'3". There's good tow room and headroom too. In the middle, you get a nice armrest with a pair of cup holders. There's ISOFIX child seat mounting points, 2 air vents, and for added convenience, a pair of USB ports. Well, up front with these great sports seats is an 8.8-inch infotainment screen with support for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. There's dual-zone climate control, heated seats, and of course, push-button start. Under the bonnet of the TI is a 206 kilowatt, 2-litre 4-cylinder turbocharged petrol engine, and power is sent to all 4 wheels via an 8-speed automatic transmission through your choice of drive mode using the Alfa Romeo DNA selector switch here. We're in dynamic. There's a host of driver assistance technology, including blind spot monitoring, lane departure warning, and autonomous emergency braking. It is a lot of fun, but rather than just take my word for it, we've invited a group of SUV buyers to come and experience the Alfa Romeo Stelvio for themselves. Let's see what they think.
My name is Ravishan Fernando. I'm a network engineer. I have a young family, so we have a 3-year-old.
My name is Mia and I'm an administrative manager.
Hi, I'm Megan. I'm a registered nurse. I am a trainer and assessor, so I go out to lots of different places and I do CPR, first aid, healthcare courses.
My name's Rob. I've got 2 kids, small business owner, and enjoy my cars.
They say that the first impression is the one that matters. So what do our buyers think now they've had a chance to have a look at and inside the Alfa Romeo Stelvio?
Always loved Alfa Romeo, even as a kid. You look at their old GT V6s and things like that, and really would like to drive one. I've seen this Stelvio. It's a good looking car. It just has a nice size to it. Looks like it would have nice dynamics. The car inside is very comfortable. The leather seats, nice bolstering, and it feels good around you.
No, I hadn't considered the Stelvio because I'd always envisaged Alfa Romeo as a smaller car. But I like the design. It doesn't feel too big or too small. The Alfa Red's nice. I think that's one of their signature colours. I like the interior, the red and black. That looked really good. Something different. The controller to the media screen to radio, that was easy to use. And the screen, the display, that was nice and big. So I like that.
I have heard of the Stelvio SUV, but that's about it. Design-wise, the Stelvio looks beautiful. If I were to pick based on the looks, and I was thinking about the Mercedes GLC and the Audi Q5, I think this is prettier. I like the looks of this. Interior space and comfort-wise, I was very comfortable. It was not very hard for me to find the right setting.
I think the design of the Stelvio is pretty cool. It's unique, but it's not so out there that it makes me get tired of it, so I'm actually quite attracted to it. I think the interior is pretty cool, especially because they don't charge a premium on it. I get really disappointed when you go, oh, that looks awesome. Oh, by the way, it's maybe a little bit out of my budget. I think it's got pretty good room for what I'm after. I'd like to have something where I can carry all the work gear that I need, as well as not having to then take all of that out to go and do my daily groceries. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it.
Now, of course, the best way to really get to know a car is to take one for a drive. So let's hit the road.
Love to go for a drive. Looking forward to it.
Of course, I would love to go for a drive.
Yes, let's go for a test drive.
I certainly would love to go for a drive.
quite smooth. Like the car sits well on the road. You can feel that it's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to do anything you don't want it to do. A little bit small out the back, but otherwise to the sides, very good. And to the front is very clear. There was quite a significant change when you moved into dynamic. You could feel the road. You could feel what the car was doing. The steering wheel's very soft and nice. It's very well placed, so it's a good feel.
It looks bigger outside than when I'm in the car. It doesn't feel so big because I've got a Volkswagen Golf, so it's a lot smaller than this one. I feel like it's a massive car, which I thought I would. The screen is really good. It's clear. It's not that small, which is good.
In terms of how nimble it is and the steering response, I feel this is similar to like a sporty hatchback kind of feel. It's pretty amazing that they were able to get that out of this. The noise of the throttle and the engine, there's no going away from the fact that this is a 4-cylinder car, but definitely it has a nice note and a nice exhaust sound, and for what it is, I think it was getting me excited to drive it. Even in dynamic mode with the hard dampers on the hard setting, I found that even when we hit a little bit of gravel, it was very composed and it didn't feel jarring.
The Stelvio is quite responsive. Like when I put my foot down, I can feel the immediate, there's no lag. The steering's very smooth as well, which I think is really great for those long drives, and especially when you're in the city and start to stop. I like the start-stop engine button being on the steering wheel. It makes me feel like I'm in a race car. One thing I don't really like is the paddles. I think they're really quite big. They're in the way of me getting to the blinkers, which I think is quite distracting, and I'm really not going to use them, so I don't know why they're so big. I really like the heated seats and the heated steering wheel. I've always got cold hands, but especially when you're driving around in those Melbourne winters, it's such a bonus.
So after our buyers' experience, what do they think of the Alfa Romeo Stelvio?
I would definitely consider a Stelvio SUV now that I've seen it, been in it and tested it. I think it was really fun and smooth to drive, quite responsive. I like the infotainment system as well. It's got a great feature in the back with the electric tailgate, which is a huge plus for me with all my gear, and the fact that you can actually put down the seats from the back.
I would definitely consider it now, especially that I've taken it for a test drive. I like the way that it performed. It doesn't feel too big or too small. It felt comfortable in the seats, which was nice.
Enjoyed it immensely. It felt like it was on the road nicely and very responsive. It had a good acceleration and it was very comfortable. It felt like a real Alfa Romeo to me with the dials and the circular interior. Very nice. From what I used, it felt very much like the BMW with the dial, and it all felt pretty natural to me. There was nothing I didn't like. It was just a nice car.
The Stelvio SUV would be something I would consider. I really enjoyed this driving the car. I mean, when I wanted calm and composed, that's what I got. When I wanted it bit rowdy, bit edgy, I got that as well. So I was very happy.
Well, there you have it. To find out how you can mix the passion of an Alfa Romeo with the body of a practical SUV, why not arrange your own test drive of the Stelvio at your local Alfa Romeo dealer? And of course, to find out even more about the whole Stelvio range, you can visit CarAdvice.com.